All right. We are live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Codex Legendarium, an episode where we have nearly everybody for once. So, hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the audience. Welcome back to the players. Welcome back to everybody.
Oh, shoot. We are having some audio difficulties. Yes, my bad. You could say anything that you want.
Absolutely. But probably just
I'm having some definite audio problems. Give me a moment.
I think it's 20.
Okay, I think that we've got our audio issues sorted out. I'm very sorry if anyone was listening when that happened. Oh shoot, it's somehow worse.
Oh no.
You guys sound like robots. Okay, can you say something?
Hello, hello.
It's something to do with my headphones.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm sorry.
Difficulties. Audience, can you hear us all right?
No, it's like a robot. Give me a second.
Oh, is it?
I'm just gonna switch it to...
Try to entertain the audience while it's timing is the best I
What now?
Okay, I think I might have fixed it. Okay, it's... Can someone say something?
Hello.
Bonjour.
Yeah, I think I fixed it. My apologies. Okay, we can begin. Hello and welcome.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to everyone, as I said. Welcome to another episode of Codex Legendarium. As for channel announcements, we will be, I believe, hopefully having a session this Wednesday. Justin's not feeling very well right now. Hopefully he's feeling better by Wednesday. If not, we may not have a session on Wednesday. We've got our link tree should be showing up in the chat at some point. It's got all of our everything, all of our socials and everything, and our Tiltify link that we use to raise money for Color of Change. So go ahead and check that out. We will also be having I don't think Justin's had a chance to advertise this one on Sunday game yet, but the channel's anniversary stream will be in July, I believe. Where I think we're partially still figuring out what to do with that. But that marks the, I think, 4-year anniversary for the channel, if I remember correctly, which is crazy because I have been here since the very first stream. And I remember when it was just only like direct to YouTube, and we hadn't like figured out how to actually like stream to Twitch yet. So we have made it has been a long journey since then. Would anyone else like to make some announcements? Any announcements about anything before we get to the recap? Any Etsy stores, for example?
Being put on the spot. I do have an Etsy shop. It's called The Cozy Corvadeer if you would like to buy some assorted, fine handmade goods. You can go there on Etsy.
All right. So that brings us to the recap, I think, which is going to be helpful because some people have been gone for a bit. Not a lot has happened because we have been getting hit hard by life left, right, and center. Hopefully this marks the return to normalcy. So what has happened is we finished up everything in Sveruk. The war was averted, an airship was obtained, and Monty basically said, listen, I'm getting real worried about my identity with all of our gallivanting around. I would like to deal with my my stuff. And the party said, yeah, okay, sounds reasonable. You got a guy you want dead? We'll go make him dead. So Titan's Grave was set as the next destination. So everyone hopped into the ship. Monty spent 3 days with Lubedo putting the ship together and getting it all set up. The part that some people I think might have missed is that in the departure, as everyone got on the ship, it was discovered that Monty had been working with Lubedo not only to retrofit the ship to make it able to function with sails, but had also put together rooms for everyone that were not necessarily intended to be like living quarters, but were like intended to be kind of just like specialized rooms. I think some people ended up using them as their living quarters. But there was a room for just about everybody. Like Yulyanya got just like a room with just like some ropes and stuff hanging from the ceiling and things to do acrobatics on, with scraps of the circus tent that were still left over hanging from the ceiling to kind of make it a circus tent aesthetic. Galina got a office, just like a place to like do her business and sit at a desk and do stuff. Princess got a music room, just like a place. It was kind of just like did their best at making good acoustics, but also just like gave places to sit and then just like places on the wall to like hang up instruments and things just to like display them and keep them around. Tedros got a workshop, a place to tinker and work. And then Viktoria and Monty kind of got a joint room put together that was a kind of like a training space, like a combat training space to work in with like, some like target practice targets, some wooden dummies, as well as some pretty basic like motifs painted on the walls of like maritime themes for Monty and more like earthy and turtle based or tortoise based images for Viktoria, all set up on the walls for everybody. So that was kind of the that was Monty's kind of gift to the crew, and the ship was named after Galina's suggestion, and it was named the Silver Maw. I remember that. So yeah, you all took off, set out on your journey north. The flying north was like super quick because while you were still within Sveruk, the wind spear could help you go super quick. It started slowing down after that. Sailed along or flew along for a little bit. Found your way to a weird ass lighthouse on the side of a mountain. Went in. It was like Draconic Union era lighthouse and seemed to be fully intact and functional. You went up, you talked to the lighthouse keeper. He said some some interesting things about the fact that basically he thought the Draconic Union was still around and he didn't know what year it was. But then as soon as that was pointed out to him, he vanished and the place looked like all decayed and decrepit again, and it was a ghost. After that, as you were flying along, a wyvern showed up out of nowhere and attacked the ship in the sky. It was like halfway through a bad molt, so it was like it had just like its molting process halfway hanging off of it. and as it crashed into the side of the ship because it was blinded on its way in by Galina, it just like slammed into the side of the ship instead of getting on top of it and climbed on, and a bunch of giant rats scurried off of it that had been like hanging onto it and just like eating away at the molting bits. Scurried onto the ship, went below decks. Everyone who was present for the session fought the wyvern. Everyone who was not present for the session ran downstairs to protect the food stores from the rats. The rats were dealt with handily, and no one took any serious damage from that, though they did manage to get a little bit into the food stores and just like touch them and stuff. So it was basically the point where it's like, it got to the point where it's basically like, we have food left, but we will basically run out as soon as we get to Titan's Grave. So it became a good idea to stop and grab supplies on the way. So Monty was able to tell everyone that there was a port town south of Titan's Grave where you could stop to get some supplies. You stopped, you met an old fisherman. The old fisherman just kind of said hi, and his name was Wally. He was very insistent that he does not fish for walleye because walleye are freshwater fish, and he fishes in saltwater. Then you met the Aldereth Navy, who you then just were just like, hi, we're from Aor, and they were like, we are currently being invaded by Aor to the south, so we don't really like Aor. And then you were like, oh, that's fun. So you managed to basically play like that Galina was a rich debutante who who was like had a home in Aor, but wasn't like from there or anything. And they were like rolled high enough on persuasion. They were just like, okay, just like don't go around saying you're from Aor. That's a bad idea. And then you were like, all right, got it, cool. You went and you bought some supplies. You went into a big tavern that had like a place to buy supplies and everything. You met a musician who has been to the valley, and found out what country the valley is in. The town is also Nelswit, is the name of the town you're in. And then the last thing that happened was everybody, or mostly just Tedros and Galina, stopped by a table where there was a young woman in like university robes sitting at a table who took a full 30 seconds to cast prestidigitation to change the flavor of a cup of water, much to the delight and amazement of the crowd around her, at which Tedros said, I can do that in my sleep. Viktoria and Monty had stayed on the ship, though they can change that decision now that they're feeling more themselves. And what Princess did was not really necessarily fully defined, but I think that that's probably a good place to start, because Princess was landed at this port town back in more like central, close to the middle of the world type civilization, closer to where she's from, an area where she's familiar with. So if she wanted to do any information gathering or ask around, she could certainly do that.
Where exactly are we? Like on the
Good
map?
question. You are in Aldereth, which is just the upper north.
I'm looking at the map.
Okay, is the northeast corner of Aor.
Okay.
It's that like one. It's that little sliver.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're asking me like what Princess did while we're in Aldereth?
Yeah, so you stop there, or it's the blue one to the upper right. Basically, it's just like you stop there, you got off a ship. Does Princess have anything in particular she would have wanted to do while everyone else was like out gathering supplies?
How big is like the town that we stopped in?
Not very. It's mostly just like a port. It's a port town, so it's very central to like travel in this area, but it's not a huge city or anything. It's more port than town.
Okay. Well, yes, Princess definitely would have gone information gathering about home and what it looks like now, especially with the news about Aor sort of like invading more places, and just proximity concern, a little bit of concern. And Also, probably like I feel like I'm so sorry. There's construction happening across the road.
I can't even hear it.
Okay, that's good. It's distracting me. And she was probably gonna go try to find any place that would sell instruments.
Okay. So yeah, you can definitely find those. This place is a fairly cosmopolitan area. Again, it caters mostly to sailors, so it's primarily the kind of ships that would be popular among sailors. So you've got so you can find your way to a instrument shop. It's nothing super fancy. It's a very I would describe it as a working class instrument shop, not like there's the instrument shops that are is going to sell a Stradivarius, and then there's the one that a sailor is going to be like, I need an accordion for my next voyage, and that's the one you're getting. So yeah, you can go inside and see that they've got stuff just hanging on the walls, and you can see it's kind of half instrument repair shop, half actual instrument store. So the back half is all just straight up workbenches and things with instruments laid out and tools, and there's just wood shavings on the floor from the process of making the instruments. And then the front of the store is more just instruments hanging on pegs around the walls and laid out on tables and things like that with little price tags next to them.
Okay.
And you can see at the very back of the room, you can see a halfling woman standing up on a stool, leaning over the table with a pair of glasses on, just slowly polishing the wood on a freshly made violin, in the process of being made.
That's what I was looking for, a violin.
Yeah.
So this is oh, hello. It's been a while since I've been around any place that sells instruments, but I was looking for a violin, actually.
Oh, we're perfect. I was just finishing up making this one. I haven't strung it yet because she's hold it up. You can see that she's only she's putting the wood finish on it, and it's only halfway done. She says, but I do have plenty of others if you want to take a look around the shop. I have them in various sizes depending. They're tuned to different keys, and just whatever you want, just take a look around. Let me know what you find.
Yeah, I feel like Princess would probably find a small E note violin. That's not important information. That's just me being a music nerd.
Making note. Later it's gonna be you're gonna be going to perform, and it'll be but you picked an E violin, so this entire ensemble is tuned to B flat, so you're gonna have to retune.
Oh, shame. Yeah, and I don't know how much this would cost me. Bring it up and try.
Let's see. The viol is the closest thing, I think. So that is a that one is gonna be about 30 gold.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
30 gold.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not often I get to sell something that nice. Usually it's something a lot of drums. I sell a lot of drums around here. They use them for the people they're rowing, to help them keep the rhythm while they're rowing. Flutes are popular because you can just kind of slip them in your pocket and they're nice and portable. Not a lot of horns because the sound carries too much, especially over water, so people get upset, especially when you're trying to sleep. No, a lot of violins. So I'm happy to sell this. Happy this one gets a home.
Yes, it does. A very good home. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Princess is gonna walk out playing it a little bit, excited. Violin's her favorite instrument.
Nice. Yeah, you can. You have to tune it as you go because it's been sitting in the shop for a little while.
Yeah, that's what Princess does, and does the information gathering about home a little bit.
Okay. How would you so how does Princess go about gathering information about places or things?
I feel like Princess definitely does the lures people in with the music, sits in a tavern or whatever, and just chums people up and just oh, where have you been? What place you've traveled? And oh, have you traveled to what's the name of that place up north? How's that doing up there? How have you been there lately? Yeah, it's been a while. Kind of doing that kind of.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make me an investigation check, but with charisma instead of intelligence.
What did you say it was?
Yeah, so if you're proficient with investigation, add proficiency, but then use your charisma instead of your intelligence.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Swapping ability scores on skills is like one of my favorite things to do.
Ooh, that was a natural 20. 24.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me.
The 24.
All right. Let me see here really quick. 1 second. The things you don't expect your players to nat 20 on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know, it is okay. Just don't expect it so you don't have the notes open. I'm
just gonna like everybody's dead. Oh. Just gonna be...
No. Just okay, so from kind of like asking around and just like talking to people, you can get a pretty good sense of home, and just generally what you're going to find is that stability so far. Like Aor seems to have no designs on the place. Actually, with a natural 20, you can actually get that Aor seems to have like what one might consider to be suspiciously few machinations in that direction. Especially given the like what you're finding now with Aldereth and the fact that like Aor is an expansionist like conquering empire. They expand, and Avelia is not that far away from it. It's actually pretty close up its northern shore, so it would be like a pretty decent target for it. Nothing. No interest in that direction whatsoever. One of the biggest things you can actually get is that like if you kind of imagine a map in your head, you can kind of like get a sense of like the expansion of Aor and like its interests around vaguely. It's almost like that just creates like a dent in the expansion. Like there is a notable just wall it's hitting there. But yeah, they also there will be news of a something about an important funeral, but you don't quite like. There was a lot of pomp and circumstance around it, but like any amount of cultural significance in the process of it is kind of entirely lost on the people you're talking to, so they're not able to give the details that would be important to you.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
Yeah, what a great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, after that, she's probably gonna go sulk at the bottom of the ship.
Okay. All right. Just play the violin. All right. Okay. Let's see. And going back to Viktoria, because you haven't been here for a while. What is Viktoria getting up to? She was left on the ship because they were basically just like, Eorians are not supposed to be here, and Galina's like, I can lie and you're not good at it, so I think I'm just gonna stay here. But Viktoria can just decide to not go with that now, if you wanted.
Why would she stay on the ship like told? Why would she listen? So she's gonna wait for everyone to go and wait for enough time for them to be far enough away from the ship.
Okay.
And then she's gonna get off the ship, and I'm gonna find someone kind of on the side of the road that looks like they would be willing to do a favor for money.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can find a lot of like. This is, so like I said, very, very popular port town. In particular, given the fact that it is a port town, lot of sailors that are like in between jobs, so they will like they'll come here and they'll stay, but they'll be looking for a ship to join onto, and sometimes they'll be sitting for a while. So you can find like an out of work sailor who's just like in between jobs at the moment and would happily take some money.
Does he seem trustworthy?
Roll me an insight check and we'll find out.
I rolled an 18 on the die for a 17.
Okay. Yeah, seems like pretty much is just like if you not desperate enough for money, but just like needs a paycheck enough to not want to mess with you.
I mean, who would want to mess with Viktoria anyway? So
That too. Giant axe.
giant axe does help my case. So, having really no experience talking to people, she's just gonna walk up to him, similar to how she did with Tedros, just like, you.
Yeah.
I have favor to ask of you. Now you will be compensated for favor. Don't worry about that. But I have favor to ask of you.
Okay.
But I have one question.
Yeah.
Can you read?
Yeah, I can read.
Awesome. How visible are we right now?
You probably met this man on the side of the road, so probably fairly.
Okay. All right. Do you have a place what's a bit more not quite visible we could go? Like an alleyway or something?
Oh, hey, I mean,
No,
okay, I
am
need
not
work,
going
but I don't need that kind.
No. I'm just going to get you to read something for me, but there's certain people that cannot see it, okay?
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Oh, okay, yes, all right.
I am not asking for anything weird. Don't worry. Do we go to a semi-private?
Yes, he'll take you to a just around a corner or something.
Okay, awesome. I truly very much appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Victoria's gonna pull out her cards.
Okay.
And a pen, or a quill and ink.
Okay.
And then she's like, okay, I'm going to pull out the card, and I just need you to tell me what it says.
Okay, some kind of weird fortune-telling thing, but all right.
It is. I mean, I could read your fortune. I had a bad accident. I cannot read anymore, and these cards are very important to me.
Huh. Never heard of an accident doing that, but weirder things have happened. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. All right. And then she'll, one by one, show him the card and then write down on the back of it what it is.
Okay. Oh, on the back of it.
Yes, on the back.
So you're actually gonna take a pen and write on your cards.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Well, okay.
That's why I didn't want Galina to see.
Uh-huh. All right, so you're just gonna go one by one and just label the cards on the back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I simply can't believe this.
Yeah.
Is that significant? Is that not good? Should you not be writing on your card?
I mean, they're
accidentally blow everybody up.
They're magic tarot cards of some important significance. So just writing on them in Sharpie seems a little, but whatever.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll go through and he has to describe them to you because they're not labeled in words. So it's less him being able to read and more him just describing pictures to you. Honestly.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought there was words on them.
I'm not. Well, I thought. Well, depends on because the deck, or I think we're just saying whatever deck you two have is the one that you're using. So if it has words, then
do my cards have words on them? No, they don't. I just don't know. They're like this. They just have pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oopsies. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm just writing on my cards in an alleyway with a strange man. As one does.
Okay. All right. Anything else after that?
So after he's done, how much money do I have? That's a great question. Do I know what money is worth? No. PP is platinum, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a lot, right?
It's worth 10 gold each.
I will give him 2. 2 platinum.
At first he thinks you're handing him silver and he's fine with it, and then he sees what it is and his eyes go super wide and he just goes, yeah, sure, anytime. And he goes to just leave before you can change your mind.
Was that not enough?
Oh, it's totally good. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You big help. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah, he's gonna hurry off with that. That is a good amount of money to a sailor.
Okay. And then I guess I'll just wander around close to the ship. So if anyone asks, I can just be like, oh yeah, just fresh air. It didn't do anything.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I think that'll bring us back into the tavern, where we have Yule is hanging out with the musician at the table, and Galina and Tedros were just watching the university student change the flavor of water. So that's where we left off. You would just like made your way over to see what the commotion was, and then saw her change the flavor of water, and everyone was like passing the cup around, be like, oh my god, it's water, but it tastes like beer.
Why would you drink water that tastes like beer?
Are you saying that out loud, like to the crowd, or are you saying that like just to Tedros?
I don't think Galina's very good at just saying something to one person.
Volume
I think she's
control.
Just kind of like I think she's a room speaker, you know?
I see. Yeah, so the crowd kind of just like turns in your direction behind them, holding the cup, and one of them will just say, "Oh, it's not about what it tastes like. It's the fact that it tastes different. It's magic. She used magic and made it taste like something that it isn't."
I'm not following. Wouldn't you rather just taste like cranberry juice? And then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to turn the water into cranberry juice. Like tasting like cranberry juice.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I mean, whatever it tastes like, it doesn't matter. It's not like I can do this regularly. Well, now it tastes like cranberry juice. And you see her
so
just be
much
like,
more delightful.
And you see her just be like, yeah, what?
And Tedros,
yeah.
Tedros will just kind of be like, Galina, I need you to understand something. These people are not spellcasters. This is exactly what I was talking about. You were about to tell people who think that a basic spell for you is the greatest thing in the world, that you can do way more than they thought they could. We don't need that attention. Montblanc is quite literally depending on us to not draw that kind of attention. Can you please not change any flavors?
Well, while you're doing that, they've passed the cup back to her, and she's drinking it and just like looking confused down at it and like smacking her lips because it tastes like cranberry juice, and she's just like, that wasn't, I don't know how that's I guess the spell, something happened with this, hold on. And she just like reaches into a bag under the table and pulls out a book, like a heavily annotated book with like a bunch of notes and things in it, and just like starts flipping through pages and looking through things and like tasting it and comparing notes, and then like counting on her fingers, and like looks like she's counting out syllables in the air as she just like gets confused.
Yule was like hanging out with the other guy at the table, but is like getting distracted now, and upon seeing that would be like, ooh, what's that? And like make her way over to where Galina and Tedros are, but like staring at the book.
Are you trying to think about how, oh no, yeah, Yule's probably tall enough to see over.
She's just kind of like wandering over, and like the ooh, what's that is kind of directed toward like Tedros and Galina, but like looking at the book to kind of be like, are you guys seeing that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the book is, it looks kind of, it's book, it's like it's got printing in it, like it's got printed words in it, but then just annotated like crazy in handwriting in the margins, in between paragraphs, like on diagrams and things like that, just like extra writing all over the place, filling it completely. And she's just like kind of looking at it confused. She says, okay, show's over for now. Well, I figured this out, but thank you for coming by, everybody, and I'll be back later. I can also do other stuff with it, so yeah. And she like goes to look at the book, and everyone's like, oh, okay. And like the crowd starts to disperse a little bit while she's like looking confused down at the book.
I just want to kind of like read the book over her shoulder, you know?
Okay. It is a book on magical theory. It is incredibly dry, incredibly boring, and The best way I could describe it to you is imagine if someone wrote a textbook on how to ride a bicycle that included instructions for every eighth of a pedal turn. Like, not just like turn the pedals, it's just like turn the pedal this much, and then this much, and then this much, and then this much, and it's like, and then turn the handlebars 15 degrees. Like, it feels like to you it feels like a manual on walking. It's so exhaustive in its detail that like it is just mind-boggling how far zoomed in it is to the process of magic.
Oh my gosh, you read all of this? All of it? All time?
Huh? What? I mean, not all the time. It's for my most recent class that I finished.
Oh my goodness, so many words.
You're taking a class in magic?
Wait, you're taking magic class?
Yes, yes, I am.
But Tedros said that people don't know what magic is.
Tedros said we weren't allowed to say the word magic.
Yeah, the M word!
We do learn that magic can be poorly received in some places, but we're relatively close to the university here, so it's more well received. But it's still we do get told that farther away from the university that it's a little frowned upon to show it off this much.
It's very cool that there is place to learn magic, I think.
Well, there's a few in the world. Sorry, where are my matterns? My name is Talia Morania, and I am a student at the Dawnhold University of Magical Studies and Natural Philosophy.
Magical Studies and Natural Philosophy. So
Premier
you go to a university. Somewhere around here.
It's Aldereth. Yeah, it's northwest of here.
And you learn magic.
I try, yeah. And I've succeeded. It took me 3 years, but I finally learned a spell.
Can anyone learn magic?
With enough time and study, I believe so, yes. Some people take longer. I was a pretty quick study, so it took me only 3 years to learn this one.
Galina, it's like the cards.
What?
I'm gonna like whisper to Yul, and like fully this like it's very obvious. Yul's so much shorter. Galina has to crouch so much. And it's like, Tedros just told me that we have to not bring this kind of attention right now for something.
But
I think because we're on mission for Montblanc.
But she's the one doing magic.
I know, but I don't think he wants her to know that we can do it also, and also, like, maybe I think it's a little bit not to hurt her feelings.
Oh. You're very good at magic.
Truly very fantastic.
Thank you.
I just don't think you should be changing things to taste like beer.
It was a request. I was changing it to all sorts of things. They asked for it, so I grew up here. So I'm home from university for a bit.
So you know other people who can do magic better than you can?
Yeah. Oh yes. The professors are much better at magic than I can.
So, if we wanted to talk to one of your professors, is there a way that we could talk to them?
Yeah, you'd have to go to the university. They're really good at magic. There's one of them. He can wave his hands, and well, it takes a while, but he can wave his hands, and then he can read any language that you put in front of him.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
There's another one. There's another one who can just like after an incantation, she can summon like an entire bank of fog. It's like it can fill a whole room.
That would be so handy for so many situations.
Yeah, they were studying for years to learn how to do these. But yeah, they can do. It's like obviously it's tiring, so they can only do them like once per day. But still, it's incredible.
Well, can they use their magic to fight?
Yeah, people have been asking me about that. We get, stories are so full of powerful wizards and spellcasters, calling down fire and lightning, but I keep disappointing people, because of the war. So I keep disappointing people and telling them, magic's harder than the stories make it out to be. Like, sure, once upon a time, there was a magic scholar who worked his entire life and he learned to summon a bolt of lightning from his fingertips. But that was like the foremost expert of magic at the time. And he's been dead for years. The only person I can think of who knows that much about magic is Maren and Kybel. And, well, she's been working on for years. So it's really cool. She's been working for years, probably about, I think she's been working on a spell for something like 50 years now. But it's a spell that can just like cut through enchantments and just like take other magic in the world and just like poof, make it go away. It's really cool.
Oh, wow.
But maybe some people will have, like, a few people have worked on spells about as complex as mine that let them, like, you can almost like shoot fire like an arrow through the air. So like they could go and help. So there's potential there.
But no one you know of uses magic to fight.
No, not really. No, I mean it's not exactly practical. It takes about like half a minute to cast a spell, so like in the middle of a fight, that wouldn't really be really useful, I guess. Like unless a battlefield type situation that people have been talking about it, like from a far enough distance when you get time to really get it going. But yeah. There is one pretty much like one of the most expert professors that we have, who she's been working on magic for longer than I've been alive, but she's really famous in the university. She's figured out a spell. She uses it all over the place. It makes flame, makes fire, but there's no heat. Like you can just put your hand right over it. You can touch it, and it just tickles like a little bit.
What's
feels
the
like
point of fire that doesn't have heat?
Well, you can use it for light.
Oh.
Yeah, so the university is lit. She discovered this. She figured out this spell like I think it was like 10 years ago or something, and they replaced all the torches in the university with the fire like this. So they never go out. You never need to replace like oil or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about them starting fires. So
you could set yourself on fire and you wouldn't feel it.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how the spell works, but I mean, she studied for decades to be able to make that one work. So I would not claim to have any idea how that one would work. So I've only been doing this for a few years.
Well, thank you for telling us all about the magic at your university.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, there's the Dawnhold University is the best university in like this region, but of course we've got the Ketmar Halls of Knowledge, far way to the east. There's the Tamrain River of Scrolls.
At your university, do they teach you about history?
A little bit, yeah. I think the Temple of 1,000 Lights in the Outlands, I think they keep a lot more history. But no, history is one of the subjects you can learn.
Tedros,
Yes.
maybe we could learn about like the stuff that we've been like the Empire thing.
Not in the Outlands.
No.
No. I mean, there's a lot to learn, but not. It's a long story. I'll talk about it some other time.
Okay.
Anyways, it was so nice meeting you. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Honestly, this was a very eye-opening conversation for me.
Yeah. I was just, I was happy to. I was just visiting home, and I just learned this spell, so I wanted to come here and show it off. So I just need to figure out what happened and why it switched from beer to cranberry juice. That's not supposed to happen, but I can figure that out.
If you want my hot take on the matter, I think you're probably just so powerful. You heard me say cranberry juice, power of suggestion, wiggled into back of mind. You probably just accidentally changed it yourself.
Can that happen? Oh dear. Hold on. She flips through pages, picks up her books, grabs her bag, slings it over her shoulder. She's like, I need to go study.
Oh no. That was
And
the
then-
opposite effect of the intended effect.
She's like, I'm gonna go. Thank you for talking. Nice to meet all of you. But
Nice to
dear,
meet
and
you.
she buries her face in the book and heads off.
And
Okay.
turn to Tedros immediately, be like, all right, so Not going to lie, I've had my worldview rocked a couple times recently. This one is probably the biggest. I did not realize quite how much power we had,
Yes.
and it has drastically altered my perception of not only myself, but also of everyone else, and my responsibility as a citizen of the world.
Yeah, apparently it takes a long time for someone to just summon lightning from their fingertips. I mean, I
You
can
do
summon light
understand.
pretty easily.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. You
I will
understand.
say
that
you
the
did
spells-
not impress. You did not impress the importance as much. It feels like you probably had much more of an inkling.
I
And you did not
mean,
impress it very well, I will say.
this whole time he has been saying that we shouldn't talk about the M word.
I have asked my friends, my companions, to just trust me when I say that we should not talk about it. I am glad that you understand now. However, what she described, their most tenured professors are just getting to things that I woke up being able to do yesterday. Because I woke up.
Yeah. It's kind of
I
sad.
like studying, but that's excessive.
I don't know if I'd say it's sad. It's just what it is.
But also, did you read that book? It was so counterintuitive to magic.
It's counterintuitive to how you understand magic.
I mean, they
I-
were able to make magic happen, just on a very small scale.
Some of the things I can do, I've been able to do long before, since I was a kid. And there are other things that I can do that have only started to blossom since I met all of you. Well, a little bit before that, but I guess my point is, if we flaunt what we have, they're going to think that we are gods or demons or something in between. And I would like to just be a person.
I mean, everyone's thought I was a demon since I was born, so what does it really matter what they think of me?
Yeah, the horns, not all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I popped out of a cabbage patch, and that wasn't exactly normal.
Well, I will point out, number one, you are far from a demon. No demon I know is this delightful.
What if the D in demon stands for delightful?
What if the D and E in demon stands for delightful?
Let's table that one, shall we? My point is, you think, okay, well, there's not much they can do. They're struggling. Do you know how hard it is to unkill yourself after someone's fooled you full of crossbow bolts?
Did you unkill yourself?
No. I'm not even sure I could do that. I actually really hope I can't. That's I don't think about that. But the point I'm making is, don't assume just because we have these abilities we're invincible. We know we're not, from getting chased down a mountain by...
Yeah, Viktoria has almost died a lot of times.
It's
Yeah.
honestly, you're kind of preaching to the wrong crowd, because I am always very safe.
I haven't died yet.
Okay.
I am very aware of just how not invincible I am and maneuver accordingly.
Yes. Okay. Well, what I'm saying
Perhaps we
is,
should talk to Ria about this. Is all I'm saying.
the things that we can do can draw attention. And if we draw the wrong kind of attention, like we almost did without magic,
I mean, we
We're gonna
weren't the ones doing the magic.
it's...
We walked into this one. That one wasn't our fault. I mean, sometimes it is, but not this one.
Now that you understand where we stand, I just want to know that you will not... We're not as free as we'd like to be. Not yet. Okay.
Yes, I agree. I think that we have responsibilities as people with the power that we have, and part of that is definitely keeping the peace by not letting it be known that there are people with this much power walking around just willy-nilly.
Yeah, I think well, at the very least, can we wait until after we save Montblanc's mom? Then if we want to make our grand showing to the world, and shoot off lightning from our fingertips and change everybody's water to beer, we can do that later. But until
I would like it to be known that I haven't even lit Poppins up at one point since I was told not to do the M word. So I'm on board. I'm good at pretending I don't know how to do magic. All I have to do is not do magic.
But I will say this, even though I don't tell everybody that I do it, doesn't mean that I stop doing it. It's still a part of me. I run off and, or work in private and use my abilities there. So until it's safe to do, or in the places where it's not so safe to do so, we just are judicious about how we use it.
So what you're saying is that I can put on a magic show for you in private.
I would love nothing more than that.
Poppins the rabbit knows how to fall out of hats. I mean, be pulled out of hats. We're supposed to pull him. I can do it. I can do it.
Oh boy.
While the three of you are talking in this tavern, you did also already set up the supplies to be sent back to the ship and everything, so that's taken care of. While you are talking about this, the gnome bard that you talked to, the one that has been to the valley, Pozu Zamantitter, he goes up and gets up on the stage and goes to perform another song for the crowd. The crowd starts to quiet down a little bit as he goes up there and stands in front of everybody. He stands up to the crowd and he pulls it. He's just got a lute that he uses to play to accompany his singing. And for this one, he stands up and says, "Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day today. Hope you're all having a good day out there today. I had this song requested for me for our people down south, so I figured I would sing this one. It's sort of a topical song, so 1, 2, 3, and the song that he sings goes like so. It's sort of like a swaying drinking song kind of tune to it, and it goes, "How do you know the devil, dear friend? Oh, how do you know the devil? Oh, the devil loves games and the devil loves tricks. Oh, that's how you know the devil. Well, the devils they come and the devils they take. Take without warning, run for it's too late. 'Cause next thing you know, they've planted their flag, left you there hungry and emptied your bag. But the best way to know the devil, dear friend? What's the best way to know the devil? Oh, the best way to spot a devil from far, to steer well and clear and avoid all their war. The answer is simple, so come to me join. Sat round their neck all these devils wear coins, and that's how you know the devil, dear friend. Oh, that's how you know the devil." And the crowd cheers in loudly and enthusiastically, standing ovation, thumping on tables, and he bows as hats are thrown on stage and everything, and everyone is very happy and enthusiastic in reception to this song about their southern neighbors.
Is there any way I could have came in at in the middle of that?
Would you like to change your mind from going to sulk in the ship to going to sulk at the bar?
Yeah.
Yes, then yes you can.
Damn. Puts that in Princess's repertoire.
Yeah, you can walk in halfway through that song as it's being sung, and you can see Tedros, Galina, and Yulyanya standing there.
Y'all are standing? Y'all not sitting?
standing around fighting about magic.
Looking shady as hell, standing up in a bar.
I immediately grab like the coin around my neck, turn on my heel, and just leave.
Okay. Where did Viktoria go after the card ordeal?
So Victoria went to go wait by the ship, and then I
Right.
think she got bored waiting by the ship. So now she's just kind of wandering around, like full on dad pose, hands crossed behind the back, inspecting everything. You know, if she's showing anything, she like knocks it, makes sure it's up to standard. Just dad pose.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Galina just turns and walks out of the bar. Poser
Like,
gets
full,
down and
just like, boom, gone.
Yep, okay. Yeah, Pozu like accepts drinks as he gets down off the stage, and like people are like patting him on the back.
I don't understand. Where did Galina go?
I believe she was offended.
By
by
what?
the content matter of the song.
The content matter of this?
The song was about Yorians, and it wasn't nice things.
Oh. It was a nice song, though. Very catchy.
Yes, that is a skill of a bard to say very nasty things in a very pretty voice.
Oh. I totally missed it.
Yeah, well, Galina did not.
Should we go after her?
I'm gonna go get a drink. I am off of emotional repair duty for the evening, but if you would like to, feel free to go.
I do still have most of my drink to drink, too.
So
Yeah.
space, maybe, for Galina?
Okay. I'm not quite sure I know what to say anyway. I don't know what happened.
You know, not everyone likes people coming onto their land and taking their ships.
Oh.
It's-
That
you
makes
know,
sense. Yeah.
It does.
And that's what the Aeorians did to roundabout everyone.
It seems to be the case. For most not everyone. I don't think they're that widespread. Princess is like shuffling over to the bar because like we cannot be standing in the middle of this bar
Mhm.
while having this conversation.
Yeah. And Yule will just like grab her cup off the table and follow after Princess, and Princess can order a drink.
Yeah, Princess would do that. Order a drink. That is something I think Galina will have to deal with. On their own, coming to face your homeland and the things that are part of it is always a journey.
But we don't even think that Galina and Viktoria are from Aeor, right?
Well, they have an attachment to it. It is the land that saved them and brought them up from poverty.
It's all they've known for 5 months.
That's all they've known for 5 months.
I think we'd better figure out where they're actually from. Then they can have a better homeland to have attachments to.
Given the things that we've discovered so far, I don't think it's looking so hot in that direction either.
No?
It's also not that easy. I mean, you know, they clearly really love their Uncle Liam, and there's probably a worry for them that maybe the really great guy that they know might not be so great, and worries about stuff like that, you know.
Yes, but if you have love for a place, love can do great many things to change things, and maybe Galina and Viktoria are that change, if we can clear their name. But one problem at a time, one noble house to fix at a time.
Yeah.
And we're clearing their name from...
I forget her name. What's the lady's name?
Wingway?
Huh?
Ingwe.
Ingwe?
Yeah.
Ingwe, Madam Ingwe.
Oh,
Madam
yeah. They're
Ingwe.
still on the hook for that, even though they weren't the ones that did anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ingwe has some stuff coming to her still.
I mean, we could be the stuff coming to her.
Oh, I would love that. In fact, I would dare say that is part of my plan.
Well, cheers to that.
Dude, I was saying Princess is a jinx by now.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers. Tedros will get a drink as well. Actually, he'll pay for the round.
Oh, thank you, Tedros.
Right. Yeah, and then to round out at least the scene, Princess would just be like, take the whole drink, chug it, and then get up on stage with her new violin. It was like, was not invited. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the bard sees you go up and just gives you like one of these.
And she gives him one of those back violin things. And she will start playing like a happier song that's not slandering another nation, but it's like happy, light tune that like I feel like would be universal, like a song that you could sing along to.
Yeah.
To
Fantasy Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the lyric that then Prince is gonna play that. With I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a performance check to see how you do.
Lord. No, my hands are all sweaty. Okay, what is this? A performance? That is 12.
Okay. Yeah, you get up there. I mean, it's nothing to like write home about terribly, but
Yeah.
you go up there and you do a pretty good job. And for a tavern full of sailors, that's not that like they're not asking for much. So you go up there and like you don't blow any minds, but you do entertain them, and you do get the crowd singing along. You get to the right part, and then you get the response of the dun dun dun. Not to be confused with any other series of three syllables.
Not to be confused with any other song.
But yeah, and you go up there, they'll applause at the end and everything. People aren't like, throwing roses and coins at the stage at the end of it, but they're entertained.
Yes.
Yule would have been doing some hype man work in the crowd. Just sort of bouncing around and clapping.
Fantasy Little John. Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah, Princess wasn't doing this for any like coin or notoriety. Princess just likes
just vibing.
Attention, and she can't do magic to do that. So, and also, I want to trap my new violin. Yeah. Princess is gonna come off the stage.
That was great, Princess.
It was all right.
Is that a new violin?
It is.
Ooh.
I'm naming it Cherry.
Cherry?
Mm.
Why?
I like cherries.
That's a good reason to name it Cherry.
It is. Well, I'm going back to the ship. I came to go find you, and I found you all. Galina's at the ship, and I believe everyone else other than us are back at the ship.
I'm ready to call it a night.
Tedros?
Yeah. I wanna check and see if I can do a thing first, though.
Would you like company for the thing? You want company for the thing.
I want company with the thing.
What is
but
the thing?
Don't want you to know what the thing is, if
Do
that
you-
makes sense.
Is it a surprise thing, or are you shamed?
Not ashamed, but it's a thing that I'm not supposed to talk about, so I would like to do the thing and not talk about it.
A secret thing.
I'm great at secrets.
All right, then. You keep your secrets.
I can
Alright.
also cover my eyes and ears.
Whenever I used to hear that line, I always remember there was a post that was just like, if you could put one F-bomb in any movie, where would you put it? And I was just like, all right, then, fuck your secrets.
They would follow. Princess at least follow
All right.
Tedros wherever he's going to do this thing.
All right. Tedros is going to see if he can find a blacksmith who is still open.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Yule's just wandering along a little bit more drunk than she intended to be. You can see she's just kind of like wobbling a little bit.
Swaying as she walks. Yeah, you can find your way to a blacksmith. You can follow just like the telltale, just like ding 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 ding. Just follow the sound until you can find someone hammering on a like making nails. You can just see a quenching, like the quenching barrel, and then just like the metal, and then just like a pile of just like rough iron nails that are being hammered out.
Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, hi. And just like dips a nail and to quench. I don't know if I'm assuming you quench nails, but I'm not a blacksmith. These ones you
Got
do.
it, bestie.
Yeah, it's there's a woman wearing an apron, like wipes the soot off her face, or wipes the sweat off her face, and like leaves behind just like a smear of soot from the gloves as she like takes the tongs and drops the nail back into the bucket that she was putting them all into. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi. I have kind of a strange request. I need two things.
All right.
I have a thing that I would like to wear in a different way, if that makes sense. And I need sort of like a necklace holder for it, but I also need like a duplicate of a thing as well.
Okay, you're being real cryptic, but specifics would be helpful here.
He tends to just be cryptic.
Okay, well, look, I just can you two turn around, please? Thank you.
Turn around.
Blacksmith
and-
raises her eyebrows at this, and is just very concerned, but
and he very quickly takes out the coin, Victoria's coin, and says, I would like for you to essentially make a copy of this, and I would like a little holder for that, like so you can kind of slot it in there. That makes sense.
Where did you get that?
I am. Okay, and he very quickly he tucks it back in and pulls it tight and tucks it away and says, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really at liberty to talk about where I got it."
Okay. Well, assuming you got it in a good way, and just not a way that would get me in trouble for talking to you.
No,
there are people who will pay a lot for one of those around here.
Yes, but for reasons I can't necessarily let go of it just yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you that I can't really help you too much with that. That's a lot more delicate than I work with. You're going to want a jeweler for that.
That makes a lot more sense. You were
like a silversmith or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
She just gestures at the wall of farming implements, nails, horseshoes, just rough iron implements that she makes. Just it's a living, but the most intricate thing I've ever made is a saw blade.
Do you know a jeweler or a silversmith?
There's a few down the street, yeah. I don't really work with them and she gestures at the farm equipment again, but I know people that do.
Well, if it's any consolation, you make very pretty farm equipment.
Thank you.
Can we turn around now?
Yeah. You can turn around. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will do just that. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. And Tedros will kind of walk in the direction of the jewelers.
Okay.
You know,
Would you follow?
Tedros, if you wanted to manufacture a ring for, Victoria, blacksmith is not the place to go.
No, that's not what that's about.
I know, I'm just joking.
Well, okay. So, And he kind of leans in close to where both Princess and Yulyanya can hear him, and he's just like, there's actually a spell that I can use that like involves like having two people wearing a ring. It feels really weird to do though, so I haven't like tried it, but it's a thing that could be done, and I just that requires a conversation before that happens. I just think
Yes, certainly. Yeah.
You should do that though. That's cool.
it would be helpful, but also could come off the wrong way. So I'd like to,
What way could it come off?
Just straight off the finger. Rings are very delicate if they're not.
Oh, it could
Sometimes
come
appropriate.
off. Oh, yes. You don't want Viktoria to lose it.
This spell allows me. He looks around to make sure no one's listening.
No, is anyone listening to us? No.
No.
Assume no. Just a bunch of weirdos in the street lane.
At least we're all the same height.
Are we?
Similar heighted.
We're
Yeah.
close.
We're all the three
Yeah.
shortest.
Yeah.
We're the closest in height.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else we have to look.
It's not like when Galina was trying to whisper to you.
Yeah. Hello down there.
Okay, so it's a spell that allows the two people who are wearing it can, let's say, we'll use Viktoria since that's already the example. Let's say she got hurt. She wouldn't be as injured. I would take some of that injury for her, which, as you know, makes my life a little bit easier for whoever I do that with. It doesn't have to be strictly her. It could be anybody who can put the ring on, but.
And you could modify this spell for like another piece of jewelry that may or may not be a necklace. Yes?
I have not thought about that, but that's a thing to consider. That would actually be. Thank you.
So if you're not trying to create a ring, what are you trying to do?
I believe this is part of the secret. We are just
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I
This
just-
is company
Okay,
minding
so-
our business.
Okay, but we need a jeweler then.
We need a jeweler.
Well, hop to it. Go
You find a jeweler?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can go ahead and get to a jeweler. You can find your way. It's not too hard. As you go down the street, you can kind of make your way through some like crafts shops and things like that. You can find your way to Thistleworth's Fine Jewelry.
Thistleworth.
Oh, Tedros will kind of look, and I'm, when I'll ask you to turn around again when we and he opens the door.
Okay. Yeah, you go inside, and it is a nice, like, wood-paneled shop. You go up a few steps to get in there. There's counters around that have, like, glass counters with, like, displays on the inside of rings and necklaces and pendants and brooches and cufflinks and earrings and all sorts of things. There's like the really expensive stuff is in display cases, and then like on the walls things just kind of like hang up, just like sitting out on pegs that stick out to hang from, or just like sit on little rotating displays or things like that. Standing behind the counter is a older man in a powdered wig, wearing like a dark blue jacket, and you can tell he's got those full on like the pants that only go down to the knee, and then like the stockings that come up, and then like the buckled shoes. Did you come in and just, hello, how can I help you?
Hi. I have something. I need sort of a replica made, of a piece and something else to go with it.
Replications are doable, but will be dependent on the item requested. What is it you would like replicated?
Yes. And Tedros will add. Thank you.
We'll just turn around.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I know. And he takes out the coin again
Mm-hmm.
and says, "I would like to have this replicated, and I would also like to have a fitting so that you can kind of slot it in and take it out."
Well, that would certainly be doable. You know, you like puts in one of those like jeweler's monocles, and like, do you hand him the coin so he can see it, or do you just holding out? He'll take it, and he actually like he takes a piece of like black velvet cloth and lays it across his hand so you can put it on that, and then he holds it up so you can get it in the light and looks through the thing at it and says, "Oh yes, this should certainly be doable. Difficult, but doable. How exact would you like the replica to be?"
There is, and so please, someone help me. I know that one side of the coin has the symbol that goes with their house, and another one has a symbol that goes with something else.
So
That's
Victoria's coin, one half of it is the pentacle, the other half of it is the like 5-star chalice.
Which is like a cup with 5 stars on it in the shape of a star, like in their pattern. 5 stars in the shape of, like, in the points of a pentacle, basically.
Okay. And then Tedros will he will say, I want this entire side to be replaced, and he'll take off his own holy symbol, and he said, I'd like it replaced with this.
I'm assuming you mean an image of this, given those different sizes.
Yes.
All right, I can do. And which side are you having replaced?
The 5-star chalice side.
Okay. He says, "All right, that is certainly doable." And he wanted to hold her to hold this. You know, you could probably get in a lot of trouble for having something like this.
He's talking about the
coin.
Galina's coin.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would have turned it over to somebody else of the proper authority as soon as possible, if I could have. However,
I'm certainly not going to turn you in. I'm not even from around here, actually.
Fair enough.
Originally from Titan's Grave myself, up to the north.
You're from Titan's Grave?
Quite a while ago, yes. Came down here to set up shop, less competition.
How far away is Titan's Grave?
Oh, not very far at all. It's just continue up past the coast and you'll be in the sea upon which it sits.
And a reason for your relocation?
Lack of competition.
Tedros, can we turn around?
Here, lack of competition.
He kind of looks and he's like, I wanted them to come with me, but I didn't want them to see what I was doing for their own.
Ask questions.
Great. So if you can just make sure they don't see us.
Yeah, he just like takes the cloth that he put into his hand and just like folds it up over it so he can just like put it away on the counter.
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely you can.
Okay. Yule's gonna whip around and be like, so if we wanted to go to Titan's Grave, is there anything that would stop us?
Do you have a boat or a method of crossing the sea?
Yes, we have a boat.
Then nothing I can think of.
Okay.
And how is the political climate in Titan's Grave? We haven't been there before, and our ship is looking to go into port there soon. And given everything that's happening here in Aldereth, I don't know if that's going to have an effect there as well.
Well, do you mean global politics or local politics?
Both?
Local. Yeah, well, both.
Internationally, they're relatively. They stay neutral mostly. They don't get involved too much with other things. No one's at war with them. They are not at war with anyone. But, internally, their politics can be quite confusing. As a jeweler's apprentice as a young lad, I had occasion to overhear conversation, and it's quite complex how they do things over there. But if you're just planning on making your way into port, I wouldn't think it's anything you should need to worry about.
Okay, fantastic.
Are you planning on going to the city of Titan's Grave itself, or one of the outlying islands?
I'm not sure. That depends on the people that we're traveling with. So.
What would your advice be if we went to either?
Well, it depends on what's your intentions, what you're going for.
We're looking for a missing person.
Well, if you're looking for a missing person, the Navy is headquartered in Titan's Grave City. They could most likely help you.
Okay. And then, as far as the outlying islands, what's there?
Other settlements, other cities. Titan's Grave is a nation of islands. The mainland is unhospitable, to say the least. Dense jungles and difficult to settle. I think if our news serves, there's a single settlement, Delfort is what it's called, on the eastern coast. But that's the only settlement that's managed to stick in anyone's memory. Otherwise, Titan's Grave is spread throughout civilization. Titan's Grave is spread on the islands throughout. You have Tiburon, you have Sol de Sud, you have Toloe, Lysendra, several others. The Headstone Archipelago is a variety of places to stop by, but a few of them are cities or towns or anything like that. And you more or less pass by there to get to Titan's Grave City itself.
So, is the Navy sort of all over, or do they monitor the whole of Titan's Grave?
Yes, they travel quite extensively. They're based in Titan's Grave City. Their Fort Keystone is their primary fort. It's in the bay of Titan's Grave City itself. But beyond that, they're all over the place. They're a navy. They sail.
Okay. Well, thank you for all of that information.
Yeah.
Of course.
And about how long do you think it will? Well, I should probably ask how much it's going to cost to get both of those things done.
Well, those two questions are certainly related to each other. It depends on. I could certainly, if I were to enter you into, and he flips open a ledger, and you can see just kind of appointments and orders and things set up on it, maybe covering about half a page that look like they haven't been filled. He says, if I were to fit you into my normal schedule, I could perhaps get you as early as tomorrow, but it may take a few days to finish such a job. However, if you happen to be in a hurry, I could expedite things and perhaps even have it ready by tonight, depending on how much you are willing to pay for expedition costs.
Well, let's talk about what those are.
I see. Well, he pats the cloth on the counter and he says, the fitting you asked for is simply done. That's not terribly difficult. The replication, however, will require some specialized equipment I have on the back, and the material, assuming you want silver for the material for this one as well, will cost you. Will influence the cost. I could have this done for 40 gold pieces at a normal pace, and I could have that finished depending on how much faster you want it finished and how much you want to jump to the top of my list. I could have that finished for anywhere between a few days to later this afternoon, even, depending on the price you're willing to pay.
Okay. Let's say that we were to add another 15 gold to that.
15. No, 15 couldn't guarantee that it would be ready for the morning.
I think I can do that then.
All right. Then he scribbles in his ledger, and you can see him take an arrow and just point it all the way up to the top of the ledger as you, or it's actually close to the top. It's not all the way to the top. And he says, "All right, I will have that ready for you in the morning if you come by and visit again."
Fantastic.
Question: are we in a hurry? This is not in character. This is just me not being.
Right.
Yeah, I think the plan was this was supposed to be just kind of a short stop to restock, because we wanted to get 10 straight ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Can I ask one thing from the jeweler's window?
Absolutely.
I've turned around now. So, do you have a chain, nothing just a one that goes around the neck, nothing too crazy,
Oh.
kind of
He just kind of like gestures to like a
Yeah,
whole bunch of them
okay.
around.
Yeah.
Material, thickness,
Um,
quality, the capability of holding a pendant.
Yeah, Princess will like take off like her rings. I think that matches the like this color of the pointing to the metal on her ring.
And what metal is her ring made out of?
I think it's gold. I think if
Gold,
I
okay.
If I remember correctly, I could look,
Okay.
but I think it's gold.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just a simple gold chain, and he'll walk you through. He's got a couple of options. It depends on like how fine the links are.
I just kind of want it to be something that's not gonna snap. Like
Okay. So just like sturdy,
yeah,
sturdy but still made of gold.
chain, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, if you're not looking for anything too embellished or too fancy, but still made of gold, that would probably be about 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
Everyone's
okay.
getting jewelry. I'm jealous.
I mean, I already have jewelry, but my hands get a little bit dirty.
I don't have any jewelry.
You don't have any jewelry.
Would you like some?
I mean, yes, but I don't really know much about it.
Tedros kind of leans over to the counter and whispers to him, "How much would it be for a ring?"
A ring. Well, it's
Well, a ring with a cabbage engraved on it.
engraving would take extra if I have anything I could see if I have anything in stock, but I don't know that I would. He's looking you all up and down. He's like, "Are you sure a ring is the best option for your friend?"
What a bracelet.
Bracelet might be nice, yeah.
I like rings and bracelets.
A monocle.
Cool.
Form the artist. I think a bracelet would be perhaps just based on what I can tell of you from seeing you here. I think a bracelet might fit you better. You are he just kind of like looks your outfit up and down. Acrobat?
Yes.
Yes, I understand rings can get in the way of
Handholds.
yes. So a bracelet would be nice to be able to larger a bit, but it would be able to show off. It would be able
So
to
I
be
could
showed
wear
off.
it all the time.
Exactly. Yes, you wouldn't have to worry about it getting in the way.
And then I wouldn't lose it.
Indeed. Well, if you're looking for a bracelet, and he'll show you around, and there's like a variety of bracelets he can show you through. There's more like solid ring, like bangle style bracelets. the ones
Yeah,
that just,
are
like,
there any
go
of
over.
any bangle style that's kind of like thin but like maybe longer?
Longer, so like wider or like
Like
thick,
length.
like
Yeah, like
so more like like a bracer,
kind of
style,
like
cuff.
like a cuff, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's like a bangle cuff.
Yeah, that she would be
Yeah.
drawn to something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. And so for those, it's mostly you've got a variety of materials. You've got everything from like gold, silver in like the fanciest range, but there's more like there's less precious metals that they're made of that are a little less shiny but still nice. Some of those have other stones set into them. Some like the gold and silver tend to have like gemstones set into them, whereas the less precious metals tend to have things like less precious metals like turquoise and things like that set into them as well.
She would probably be drawn to something that's just kind of like plain, like no gems or anything, but just like a long sheet of like something shiny like gold or like copper.
Okay, yeah. So just like an unadorned,
Unadorned, because she's very excited about the idea of having a cabbage engraved on it.
Ah, I see. So like room for a cabbage to be put on it, so like a blank one.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, I do have some unengraved ones that I haven't put. I leave blank, so I could put designs on them. But if you would like to leave it blank for later, that's certainly an option."
I would like it with the cabbage, like Tedros said.
Oh, all right. Well, if you would like to add that to the order, I could have that ready by morning.
Okay.
What material would you like it made of?
This one is pretty, and she would point to a golden one.
All right, lovely. His face lights up. Let's see. That one ready for the morning. Well, I won't call it the expediting cost won't cost quite as much because it's not nearly as involved. Engraving the cabbage is simple enough. And you can see him like doing the mental math real quick. That would be 35 gold pieces.
Yule would start digging and be like, "Oh, I don't have that."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Do you not have any money?
I have 15 gold.
I
And 2 silver? Or no, that's platinum.
No, platinum isn't platinum 10 gold.
Yeah, platinum is 10 gold.
That's so you have. I can't do that.
Okay, total I
Wait,
have.
wait.
It looks like I have a total of 35 gold.
Yeah, there you go. So it'd actually be if you spent all your money, you can get this.
I feel like Princess would at least give like I don't know, like 8 gold to
Okay.
Yule.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Tedros will toss in 2 to bring it down to
Okay.
25 for her.
Okay, so you can you'll have 10 gold left over.
Thank you guys so much.
Lovely doing business with all of you. Very nice to meet you. I will have all of these ready for the morning. Oh, except for yours. Here you are.
So I take away 25.
Mm-hmm. Question. I just want to
Yes.
confirm. It's 55 for the expedited? The 40
Yes.
and
Yes.
50.
40 plus. Yeah, 40 plus another 15.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, is there anything else I can get any of you?
No, I think that would be that'll be all for.
Out of character question. Does Galina wear jewelry?
Truly so much, yeah.
Okay.
Mostly
Yeah.
silver, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, her color palette is silver. She's got rings. She's got her neck. She only wears like the one necklace though, but her horns are adorned.
Okay. I feel like Princess would look for something that could be adorned on one of the horns. Like something
Okay.
small, not very expensive, but matching that color palette.
Okay, so not like actual
Not
silver,
super,
just like.
not super expensive, just
Okay.
a trinket, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can find something like that for like 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Okay, that is. How much was the gold chain again? That was 10 gold, yeah?
What did I say? I think I said 20.
Yes. You said 20? You said 20? Okay.
I
Okay.
said 20?
Never mind. I don't remember. Okay.
I think I said 20 because there's gold because it's gold, so it's a little bit more expensive.
Okay, yeah. That's fine.
Mhm.
Then I gave 8. Alrighty. That's all for me and the jewelry.
Okay.
We can move on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do y'all leave the jewelry shop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for helping me. I've never owned something so nice.
Well,
Oh,
everyone should owe something that is shiny, in my opinion.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
a few shiny things from our props and costumes, but, you know, Sister only bought them for the act.
Well, we should have things that are just for us.
And where are y'all headed now?
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship. Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, what have Galina and Viktoria been up to?
Galina is just heading back to the ship.
Okay. So you'd probably see Viktoria just like walking around inspecting goods at the harbor.
What are you doing?
Killing time, waiting for you all to finish gathering supplies.
Okay, great. We have to get back on the ship right now. It's too dangerous for us to be out and about.
Why?
So when we were in the tavern, there was this bard, very talented, sang song. It was very not pleasant about Aeorians, but also the song detailed how to spot Aeorians. And so we're like not really liked here, and so we've got to get back on the boat so that we don't ruin everybody else's shopping stuff they're doing, and so we don't pull too much attention back to Montblanc. It's better that we stop being out here with
Well,
our
how-
coin.
How did this bard say to spot the Orions?
With coins around neck.
Oh, that's fine. I don't have mine anymore. And as soon as she says that, she's like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that."
What do you mean you don't have coin anymore?
You switch to wait, real quick. Do you switch for this conversation? Or are you having this?
Oh
thing
yeah,
in
no,
Primordial?
you're right. Yeah, this immediately back into Primordial.
It's been a while, so it's like I get it, but yeah, I was assuming yes.
What the fuck do you mean that you don't have your coin anymore?
The
What do you mean?
accent. The accent
What's
is
going
gone.
on? Quickly.
I mean, I have it. I just have not have it on my person.
Then where is it?
I know
You how
exactly where it
important
is. I
things
know exactly where it is.
Then where exactly is it?
It's with someone else.
You gave someone else your coin?
It was kind of like a sweet moment to be like, kind of like, hey, my fate is in your hands now. Ha ha ha. Right? It was very fitting at the time.
You made a pass at Tedros.
It was not a pass. It was not a pass.
It
It was a simple token of
pass.
friendship.
No, it wasn't. You shot your shot.
And he took it.
That's crazy.
He took
Okay,
the
well,
coin.
I
so does
have
that
to
mean-
go. I have to go back to the ship because I still got mine.
Well, just look, hide your coin.
Where? You see the dress I'm wearing? Where?
My sister in Christ. That's your own fault.
It's a Christ.
It's something I hear the youth saying these days in the sport.
My sister in fate.
Well, so I'm not in any danger. So I can walk around.
Okay, well, you enjoy your walking around.
I will. It's quite nice.
You're so rude these days. Get your fucking coin back.
No.
All right, goodbye. Love you.
Goodbye.
Be safe.
No, I'm not going to be safe.
Then die.
I will.
Great.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Oh, there are so many things I would love in this world, Viktoria.
She have a good response. She said,
And then Galina's gonna storm off.
I straight up don't know where the others are. So
And
like,
then, as soon as Galina's outside of Victoria's, like, as soon as Galina's like sure that Victoria can't see her, she does like a yes fist bump.
As soon as you turn the corner, you just see the others standing there, just like confused.
Which I make it back to the boat.
Okay.
I'm still dad posing outside
Okay.
the boat.
Amazing.
I guess inspecting the shipment that's coming onto the boat.
Yeah. There is the shipment of food is that Galina bought is being brought onto the ship. The sailors are looking at the ship like, what the fuck kind of shit? I mean, whatever. Weird, but we can load onto anything. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
just be careful.
Yeah, you can.
Just be very careful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Be careful. You have to lift with your knees, not your back. Come on.
But we're using a crane, ma'am.
Well, lift with your knees of the crane.
They look at you, they look at the crane, they're just like, what? The rest of you show up just in time to hear Victoria, like, telling dock workers how to do their jobs.
What is it, Victoria? What's happening here? Is there
I'm
something
just-
wrong?
I'm just making sure that these fine workers do not injure themselves on the job.
Oh, have you worked at the dock before?
I've watched them dock before.
Ah, I see. I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Well, carry on. Go, keep going.
Victoria.
Yes.
We met someone from Titan's Grave.
He's in the boat.
Yes, but we met someone from Titan's Grave today.
Did he leave the boat?
No,
it's a different
another
person.
person from Titan's Grave, and they were a jeweler, and we went there for reasons, and someone from Titan's Grave was there, and he told us that the Navy is everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of what navies do, I think. They're kind of like everywhere on the ocean.
Should we be concerned?
I mean, we don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with us, I think.
Yeah.
How are we going to get Monty around Titan's Grave when Monty is supposed to be dead?
Hear me out. Hear me out. A cloak.
I have a lot of them.
We could cover his face.
He could borrow some of my cloaks.
They could be like short little capelets on him. A fashion statement.
But we know magic. Does anyone know magic to make his face look different? Because cloaks fall down a lot. I would know I wear a lot of them.
Personally, I don't have any M word that would be similar to that. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that is not in my repertoire. Is it? I don't know.
Sky self doesn't work on other people, yeah.
Nope, kind of in the name.
Yeah, I just listen.
Yeah, fair. Good to check.
Well, I mean, we could use non-magic.
Like
We could
makeup?
Though
Exactly.
I have
technically,
stage makeup.
Would disguise self work on someone else if they were Leviathan and it was me casting it?
No, because it doesn't. I think it's like abjuration magic is what you can do that with the thing you got.
Yeah.
Like it's
What
like
is
buff
the spell
spells.
for that, Ben? I know that there's a spell that can do that. You can change how someone else looks.
I forget which one that is, but
I think it's a higher level than we have access to right now.
Yeah, I was just like, I know that spell exists. That's why I was asking.
Right.
Guys. That's why I was
Polymorph.
like, I knew there was a spell that does that. That's why I was like, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Well, we
I know
just make
seeming will
Polyjuice
do it, but-
potion.
Mm-hmm.
We could
What?
see if maybe they've gotten to that level of magic at the university.
I said we should
There's
talk to
a
the university
university?
people. There's a university and they do magic. She her
But-
voice gets a little quieter when she says magic because there's
But-
still dock workers.
I thought like there was no magic here.
Well, that's what Tedros said.
Tedros, did you know about the university before this?
I did not know about the university before this. However, the
Are we
university-
telling lies?
how am I gonna lie if I don't know the anyway? Before
Oh,
you get
no.
all excited,
You know more
Stuff-
about this land than we do.
the stuff that you do just casually is stuff that it takes them decades to figure out. Okay, so it's not the same.
Yeah,
The person
they
we
just
met-
make things taste like other things.
That is like, I mean, I can't do that, so like props to them.
Yes, but they said it takes like a long time for someone to conjure lightning, and that's like the most powerful person that they know. And like, I can not conjure lightning, but I can make light that hurts people really easily. So I don't know. They don't really seem to know how to do very much.
just to refresh some memory, I believe it was Galina
Who
actually,
also casts lightning.
Yeah, who did actually cast Lightning Bolt, the spell that was
Mhm.
being referred to, and blasted a wyvern with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was inspired by Yule.
So yeah,
So-
that is yep.
Had a
Is
fun little
this-
anime moment.
It was
Mhm.
wonderful.
That spell, just to clarify, that exact spell that
It
Galina
actually exists, yes.
cast. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
Oh,
it was referred to specifically by that person you were talking to as something that
takes like a
a-
minute and a half.
oh no was cast by the person that was being referred to as casting that was one of the most foremost experts on magic in the world, like the kind of person that like a wing at the university is probably named after for their expertise.
Oh no, that is.
Yeah.
Would
That's-
Princess, because Princess has been around a few people who can do a few things, would Princess be aware of the university?
Probably, yeah. It's a pretty it's news travels very slowly. So but it is like, oh yeah, you can go there and you can study magic. Like, it's also one of those things where it's hard to parse what's rumor and what's real too. So like, you might have heard like, yeah, I heard you can go this place and study magic, and it's like, okay, buddy, sure.
So probably
all
in
right.
like her circle that would be something like, okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
Watch me do this thing now. Okay.
Yep.
All
But
right.
also the other thing too is like within the circles that you're referring to, I don't know if like directly using like magic was ever a thing necessarily. It was more like, if you're thinking about like character classes, it was never like wizard, sorcerer, cleric type deals. It was probably more in the like ranger, fighter, or not paladin. Well, no, ranger, fighter, rogue, blood hunter, maybe type deal.
Yeah. So
Probably
more
not
down
100.
to earth magic than
Yes.
anything.
More magical abilities, less magic. Yeah, like barbarian, like what Princess has. Princess's bard spellcasting is probably actually still pretty remarkable. Even like the more she learns of it, because you're still like baby bard in terms of levels.
Yeah,
but
baby bard.
yeah, the more you learn of that, the more like remarkable that your own abilities are in context with your previous experiences.
Okay. Alrighty. Noted.
Magic is special.
So there's a university where people learn magic, and they learn it out of weird books.
Oh God, no.
And I asked Galina, I was like, that's like the cards. And then I was like, not allowed to talk anymore.
Not
No,
allowed to
like
talk. What do you mean?
About magic in the bar.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you said someone told you to be quiet or something like that, which is completely unacceptable. It's
About
like,
magic in the bar.
okay, I understand.
Yul is still like a little drunk.
All right.
I mean, personally, learning magic from a book, nothing. There is nothing in this world I would rather do less than that. That sounds incredibly boring and like painful, actually.
I learned my magic in the forest.
That's not a book, but that's still pretty sick. I don't know how I learned my magic, so
We want to learn how you learned your magic, though.
I mean, okay, like, I could have learned it from a book, but I feel like I didn't learn it from a book, you know? Kind of just like the feeling.
Of your personality.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Galina learned
Galina could have learned it from a book.
She's very, very studious.
She likes books.
She loves books. Loves her journal.
Journal.
Yes, her journal.
I've gotten behind in my journal. Don't tell her.
You are keeping a journal as well?
She told me to. Like a long time ago. But
I did or she did?
Both of you talked about journaling so much that I bought a journal.
That's very good. Very good. Very good. I have not written in my journal in quite some time, so if you keep my secret, I'll keep your secret.
Shh, no one needs to know. Especially not Galina.
Not Galina, no.
Are you keeping other secrets from Galina?
No, a pretty big one was just revealed, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
The one where I gave somebody something that was very important to me, and I wasn't supposed to tell Galina, but I told Galina as an accident, and now she is like, you have to get that back, but I don't want it back, so, you know, it's like, what do I do? You know?
Do you need it back?
I mean, probably eventually I'll need it back. I don't know. I can't see the future.
But I thought you could with your cards.
my cards and I are kind of in a little bit of a disagreement right now, so
How can you be in a disagreement with your cards?
okay, so the easiest way that I can describe it is that my deck has a personality, and the personality of my deck is quite headstrong and stubborn,
And like you?
yes, very much like me, and we're not seeing eye to eye at the moment, so it's a little.
So your cards don't work right now?
I wouldn't say that they don't work. It's just I tell them to do something and then they don't do the something that I want. But I'm fixing it, so we should be okay.
I won't tell Galina about that either.
Please don't tell Galina about that. She would lose her mind. It
I'm
would
pretty
not be
sure
pretty.
she's losing her mind about a couple things already.
Yeah, probably.
Let's not add on to that.
No, we should not add on to that. No, absolutely not. Anyways, I think I am good to not supervise anymore. We should get on boat.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you about my bracelet that Tedros designed.
You got a bracelet?
And she's just gonna sort of start climbing the ship and chittering on about her bracelet.
Victoria's right beside her, kind of bent down to hear her, but right beside.
Yeah. So y'all just kind of go back to the ship and hang out for the evening. Okay.
What does Biden
yeah.
doing?
Does anyone want to do anything in particular for the night, or are you just gonna kind of hunker down and just spend the night on the ship?
You'll.
Oh no, you can go first.
Oh, she's just gonna pass out. Still a little drunk. She's gonna go into her little gymnasium room and pass out in a foam pit or something.
Okay.
Foam pit.
Whatever she's got going on.
Yeah.
Those are kind of dangerous to pass out in.
I want one so bad.
Oh, man.
Are
Are you saying something? All right, you go.
I thought you had a thing.
You go.
Okay. All right. I was just gonna say that Tedros is gonna start kind of separating out some of his notes, and taking a certain set of them and putting them away from others, and then kind of he's collating things.
Okay. All right. Organizing notes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I feel like Princess is gonna go to the music room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that no one else would come in there. And I feel like Princess was just trying to I don't know, talk to the spirit that talked to her for the first time a few days ago. It was are you feeling talkative, or is that just a full moon occurrence?
No response right now.
Yes, that's lovely. Okay, thank you for that. Well, I'll just talk at you then. I suppose thank you for the other night for your advice. I don't necessarily agree with everything you had to tell me, but it was helpful, it was useful. Hopefully we'll be able to have a conversation that I'm not trying not to kill my friends in the future. Or before you try to kill me or anything like that. I would like to avoid that outcome. Seems that what you do drive everyone else in my family crazy. Why not me? Because I'm talking to the air right now. But good talk, good conversation. If you ever want, I'm always here, and you're always there. So if you ever want to talk to me, that would be excellent. Yes. Anyway, good night. If you sleep, that's a thing that you do, but I do that. I don't know. Do you watch over me? Well, you know what? It's fine. And then Princess looks oh my god.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to do in particular before they go to bed?
I'm gonna go visit Viktoria.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello, sister.
Hello, what do you want?
I just came to tell you that I have been in my office. I have been
Wow,
putting.
congratulations.
Alright, shut up for 2 seconds. Oh my god. I'm going back to
Wow.
Aor.
What?
I'm going back to Aor.
And you're just going to fucking leave me?
I mean, you're welcome to come if you'd like, but I don't want to force you to come with me if you want to stay.
I can't leave these others. Like, they're going to get themselves killed without me.
Frankly, they need at least one of us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you know how long you will be gone?
I am hoping for not too long. I don't want to be gone from the group either. There are just so many answers that I need to find, and so many balls that I must start rolling.
Yes. You are going back to stay with Uncle?
Yes, of course I'll be staying with Uncle, though I will likely have to go. It will likely probably be much traveling between Uncle and Capital.
When are you leaving?
I was thinking of leaving probably tonight, tomorrow maybe, but then they were all like, we don't like Aor here, so now it's feeling like I probably won't be able to get a safe passage from here to home. So I'm thinking now probably have to catch boat from Titan Grave.
Okay. Would you be willing to take a letter back to Uncle for me?
Of course I take letter back to Uncle for you.
But you cannot read it.
Okay.
Do you swear not to read it?
I swear on my cards.
Oh, no, not on the cards. Do you swear on Leviathan?
I swear on the Leviathan.
Yes. All right. Okay. I will get writing it. Okay.
Okay.
That was very hard for you to do, and I'm so grateful.
I just love knowing things.
You don't need to know this.
But I want to. But that's fine, you're right. I don't need to know, and I will not know, and that's okay.
I mean, if Uncle wants to tell you, he will tell you.
It's true.
You cannot know all.
Not yet.
No, you cannot know all. Brain is
All
not
right.
big
Well,
enough for it.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm going back to Aor, and I love you very much.
You know who you should let know, though? Like, probably tonight. You should probably talk to Yule. I think it would be better to hear it from you rather than from any of us, or just leaving a letter.
I was going to stop in on Yule, but there was some very intense snoring. I think she maybe got a little drunk at tavern.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, so.
Yeah, I left it pretty quick. So I think I might. I'm not going to go tonight anymore because I have to wait until we are in Grave of Titan, of course. But.
Yes. Wow.
Yes, I will tell you in the morning.
As long as you tell her before it happens.
Yes, of course. I would never. All right. I ghosted 3 suitors 1 time each.
Okay, that is still 3 times plus the time you ghosted me.
When did that happen?
No, just plus the time when you got on the wrong boat without telling me. So it is common occurrence. I got on the boat to where we needed to go. You got on boat to somewhere up north.
Yes, but I met Princess. Perhaps cards told me to go on that boat. Perhaps.
Did they?
Perhaps they did, and now you will never know because you were incredulous of your dear, beautiful sister.
Oh my. I cannot believe these lies that are being told right now. Your cards did not tell you shit.
They might have, and you will never know.
God, I hate you sometimes.
But you love me.
I do very much, but I am also relishing in the fact that for a brief moment, I will be the only bitch with the cards. So I will be the authority on it. As well as on Aeorian politics. Wow, I'm important.
No. But you must help Yule continue her studies while I'm away.
What studies?
Yule is studying cards.
Oh, is she? Did I know that?
I don't know, but I've been helping her, and now that I am leaving, you must help her.
Oh, does she have her own cards? Or was she using yours?
No, a set of playing cards.
Oh, that is adorable.
Yes, very sweet.
I have not read on playing cards in years, I think. At least it feels like years.
It's been a couple months.
It was like a month ago. God. Okay, alright. Well, I need my beauty sleep to grasp with this. So, a shoo-shoo. Go away now. Thank you.
Well, all of a sudden we become the foremost expert of Aeorian politics on ship, and suddenly we get too big for our boots, huh? It's interesting.
All I said was I need beauty sleep.
No, I'm shoo-shooing. I'm
shoo-shoo.
shoo-shooing.
A shoo-shoo. Out of my room, please. Out. Go on.
I'm 3/4 the way out already. Good
You are
night.
not 100% out, so shoo-shoo, go away. And close the door behind.
God, I don't know what's gotten into her recently. Okay, now I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
After she leaves, and Victoria's alone in the room, she's gonna pull out her cards.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she has some inkling as to what each card is, she's gonna try again to connect with that portal energy. And just, now that she knows her cards, she's gonna try it again. And see what the cards do. Especially after writing on them.
Explode.
Go ahead and roll and add your charisma.
Oh, that's...
Come on, that one.
What a vague, yet threatening... that's a 19.
Total?
Total.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're trying to connect with the portal energy again, even after you tried it once and it went terribly.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I am nothing if not stubborn.
Right. Yep. Okay. What are they going to give you? Okay. You're going to be drawn to what's going to happen is you're going to be drawn to like do a reading as you're doing this and focusing on that portal energy, and you're going to be basically doing them face down. The problem with this is that the problem with this is the fact that when you wrote what card was what on each of them, you had no idea whether the card was facing up or down.
Yep.
So
Absolutely not.
that changes the meaning significantly.
That was not Something I thought about.
So-
Shit, yeah. Guys, I may have bungled this.
So basically, as you try and connect and do a reading on that, you basically get the problem. Basically, what it comes down to is you get two absolutely conflicting readings. One basically gives a reading of like absolute wonderful fantastic salvation, and one gives a reading of utter cataclysm.
Given what I have been given in the past, I will go with the reading of utmost cataclysm.
Okay.
Because that seems to fit the energy of the person I'm trying to talk to. Yeah. It's just gonna focus on that reading. And similar to how she connected with the spirit back in Sferuk, she's just gonna send out a message of just help me and I'll give you something you want.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then after that, do you go to bed?
I mean, I'll kick around for a bit in the hallways, see who
Okay.
else is up, if anyone else. Maybe talk to a rat or something. I don't know. And then go to bed.
Sounds good. All right. So is everybody go to bed, get some sleep, get some rest? Okay. So you'll wake up in the morning on the ship. It's in dock. The supplies have all been loaded up, and your jewelry is ready to go whenever you go to pick it up.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yule's like bouncing toward the shop.
Real quick, you will make me a Constitution check or Constitution.
Oh,
saving
for
throw.
waking up after being drunk.
Yeah. Has Jewel ever been drunk before?
Oh yeah. I mean, with this
okay.
group now.
Oh, that's true.
What is? Sorry. What am I supposed to be rolling? Constitution, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Lucky comes into effect.
Oh my god, on that one.
Do I get to re-roll each nat 1 if I roll a nat 1 twice?
I think you might actually. Let me double check. Let me check what Lucky says here. Because, oh boy, that's so funny. It's under halfling. We're halfling, okay. Lucky. When you roll a 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll.
Still very vague,
Yeah.
but it does say you must use.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
No, okay. I just looked up. It only allows you to re-roll 1 time, so the
Okay.
second nat 1 stands.
Alright, she's plastered.
It's less plastered, it's more just like you wake up and all light in the world is too bright and every sound is too loud and just like everything just feels awful and
Yeah,
your stomach
so
is
she
just like doing backflips.
Does not wake up, and she just lays back down.
Goes back to sleep. Okay.
Tedros will come knocking at her door.
Yeah?
You alright? We're getting ready to go pick up our stuff.
Oh, stuff. Yes. 1 minute? And she's gonna just sort of like try and drag herself out of her state, and she just looks at her bag of items and is like, She just decides not to change and just walks out in what she was wearing before. Hello.
Does she look drunk?
Not drunk, but just incredibly hungover.
I'm here.
Darling, you look awful.
I feel awful.
Oh, the drinking.
Yes, I think. Everything is very loud and very bright.
I'm going to say something. This cannot be a habit. And he will reach over and put a hand on her shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. It's just where. So on the shoulder, you said.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't realize your shoulder was aching until just like warmth spreads from there and the ache vanishes, and just like a wave of relief washes across your body, just moving outward from that spot. It was like as it crosses over your head. It's weird. You feel like your headache go away from like left to right, basically, as your stomach just like goes back to normal and calms down, and you just feel absolutely wonderful.
Can Tedros just come do that in real life? Real quick. I could really use one of those.
If they had one of those on Twitter, they had one of those things going around where it's like, what 2 spells would you like to have if you could?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Tedros, thank you so much.
Yeah. Just, I'm not going to clear up hangovers all day, every day. So.
No, I don't intend to do that every day. I didn't realize I drank that much.
That's happened to the best of us.
I don't think it's that you drink too much, is that you are small, so the same amount of alcohol that someone else drink may not translate well with you.
I haven't had any problems before, but I don't think I've been eating a lot.
Everything else okay?
Yeah. As okay as anything has been.
All right. Well, do you want to kind of soak in the not hangover a little bit, or do you want to come with us?
No, I'll come with you guys. I feel great.
All right.
Okay. So you go to the jewelry store? Yeah, you can have an uneventful time making your way over there. You can get there.
And now Yule is bouncing on her way into the door.
Yes. Oh, hello, welcome. I have all your orders ready for you.
Fantastic.
Oh, you got 2 orders anyway, and he takes the bangle, and it has like a very nice engraving, like line art engraving of a cabbage on it.
Ooh, she's gonna just like put her wrist up as if she intends for him to just put it on her.
He'll hesitate for a moment, but then he will put it on your wrist. And then the other one for Tedros, it's just like a nice like clamshell box that's like clasped, and he'll just slide it across the counter for you.
And he'll just kind of ladies, please. Just wanna...
Oh, I didn't even need to come. Princess is not here. Princess is back
Okay.
on the ship. I just
Still
realized
asleep.
that. I'm not here. Okay, I'm not here.
Yeah.
Yule will just turn around.
Thank you. And he'll crack it open and take a look.
Okay. Yeah, both coins are in there. With the other one, it's a pretty good replication. And then with with the owl moon insignia on the other side, and then with like the little crescent shaped holder that you can slot the coin into.
Fantastic. He will take the original coin and slot it into the holder and put it around his neck and put it in. And then he will take the duplicate coin and make sure everything's situated and say thank you, and just put it back in the box and tuck it away and say much appreciated. It looks great.
I'm very glad for a happy, satisfied customer.
Very much so. All right. Yule?
Matt, I can turn around?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This bracelet is beautiful.
Good. Glad you like it.
Very glad indeed. Now, is there anything else you'll be needing?
No, but if any of my friends are headed to Aldereth, I will let them know where they can get the best jewelry.
Wonderful.
Any more advice on our way to Titan's Grave?
None that I can think of. It's been some years since I was there.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, valued customers. And come again, please.
And
Alright,
we'll just bound away.
Yeah. Tedros will give a little bow and head on after him.
All right. Okay, you can head out. And is there anything anyone else needs to do before you get back on the ship and head north?
Before we actually set sail, though, when Tedros gets back, he will kind of knock gently on Viktoria's door and say, "You up?"
Yeah, absolutely. And she's like furiously scribbling her note to Uncle. You can come in. It's fine.
Okay, sure. And he'll pop in and close the door and say, "Hey,
Hi.
So I was thinking about a thing.
Oh no, is it a bad thing?
No,
is it
I think
something
it's a
I
good-
did? Oh,
it is something you did, and it's a good thing.
That's very rare. That's very rare.
It
You
can't
keep
be
that
rare.
thought. You keep that thought. It's very rare.
Okay, well, I thought about you lending me some of your luck. Yes,
Aw.
and mine is not the most amazing, but I figured maybe a little extra juice couldn't hurt. And he takes out the box and he says, "This is not what it looks like." And he opens it, and sitting inside is a replica of her coin, with the pentacle on one side and the image of Gugu on the other side.
Is
Wait.
this mine?
Mm-hmm.
Like the one I gave you?
And then he takes out he takes out the coin that she gave him and shows the fitting.
Is a very sweet gesture, but for a moment I thought that this meant that you had like melted down my coin and re-got it done.
Oh God, no!
Oh, I was.
No.
Oh.
No. That's not a thing. No, absolutely not. No, I figured, it would probably be not great if Galina thought that you didn't have your coin.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Oh, okay. Well,
I accidentally told her, and she did lose her shit on me a little bit.
got it. Okay.
So, but she's leaving, so it doesn't matter.
What?
Oh.
Fucking up today.
I thought she had already told you.
No.
Oh. I mean, she's not leaving like right now, but like, she's going back to AR.
Are you serious?
I'm not. I'm staying. Just in case you were wondering.
I'm.
But she's going back. I mean, she just told me last night, so I think it's quite new. But if she
Okay.
tells you you did not know, okay, shh.
Okay. Sure.
I did. Yeah, honestly, kind of what we're doing here, being out in the field, is not really her thing. Her thing is more like in the courts and,
She's very good at that. Yeah.
talking to people. So she's just gonna go do what she's good at for a bit and then come back to us. I don't know when. She didn't even tell me that.
Maybe it's because of yesterday.
Seriously, like, what happened yesterday?
Well, we were in a tavern and the performer started. We know where the valley is. I almost forgot.
No one thought to tell me that and know
The-
this information.
the valleys in Gelreth.
Where is that?
It's Sphere Rook
East.
adjacent.
East
It's
from here.
east. It's east. But we have
You
a
say
place
that
now.
like I know which way
look,
that
I
is.
don't- Oh, okay. Look, when we have a map, I will point it out. But in the meantime, we have an answer.
I'm so glad we have that answer.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And the person who told us is a performer who went there, and then he got on stage and did what performers do, and this performance was less than pro Aor, and not flattering. So I don't know if maybe that affected her thinking about things, but
I mean, she did mention that, and then she was just like, we cannot have our coins, like they're gonna know. And then that's when I was like, oh, I don't have mine, it's okay. And then she kind of lost it a bit.
That makes more sense.
But also, like, we're not in Aor, and like what I'm learning is Aor is not liked outside of Aor.
Yeah.
So like,
People are not fans.
did this performer specifically be like, yo, fuck Aor?
I'm not. Look, talk to Princess. She is the maestro between us all. She, if anyone could pick out the hidden meaning in a song, it would be her. But it certainly wasn't pro Aor.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as like he did not say the word specifically "fuck Aor," then it's whatever. Honestly.
Oh, well, at the very least, it didn't occur to me that, like, hey, maybe be careful with that. I'm kind of implicated now, technically, because I also got a coin.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh shit. Oh.
It's fine.
Oh, I fucked that one up, didn't I?
No.
Oh. Well, I don't want to get you in trouble.
Well, if you get in trouble because of it, I'm gonna get in trouble anyway, so.
You're right.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, if nothing else, and he kind of slides the box over again, if she asks, you have a coin again.
Thank you.
All right.
You
I will let you. You're writing stuff, so I will let you get back to that. But we'll talk later.
I hope so.
Yeah, of course. Who else am I going to talk to on this boat? Myself?
I mean, you could, if no one else wants to talk to you.
It's not as much fun as you might think.
I have wonderful times talking to myself. I'm so smart, and I laugh at all of my jokes.
That makes two of us. All right. Let me let you get back to it. Let me head up. I will not talk to Galina about stuff until she talks to us about stuff.
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right.
But thank you again for this.
My pleasure. And Tedros will head off.
Okay.
When Yule gets back to the boat, she would probably go straight for Galina to show
Okay.
off her pretty bracelet.
Okay.
I'm cooking breakfast for everybody.
Aw.
Galina! She's just sort of like running through the halls of the ship.
Yes, I'm in kitchen, little love. What can I do for you?
Galina, look what I got! Tedros designed it.
No, that is so beautiful. Where'd you get?
It's a bracelet, and there's a cabbage on it for me,
Because you're a
And-
little cabbage.
Princess, and Tedros helped me buy it because it was a lot of money. I've never had anything this nice.
How much money?
It was 35 gold, I think.
Okay. It's actually very reasonably priced for such beautiful item.
the person was from Titan's Grave, and he told us all sorts of things that I think might be helpful when we go, like about the Navy. So I was thinking that you could help us to disguise Monty, and Viktoria was saying maybe we could use cloaks, and I was thinking maybe someone could do magic.
Oh, I don't have any magic like that, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Oh, also, you, before I forget, like, as I'm, like, doing a bunch of cooking, I'm like, I wanted to let you know before I told, like, the whole group, but when we make it to Titan's Grave, I'm going to be peeling off and heading back to Aor for a little bit.
Well, what do you mean? You're going to go to Aor alone?
Yes. Viktoria will be staying with the group.
Why?
Is just many unanswered questions that I must find answers for. And also, there is... Oh, did I freeze or did you
Yeah,
freeze?
you froze.
Just your video, though.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great.
I don't know if you can hear us.
We can see. Oh, going in and out, but okay, better.
Am I back now?
Yeah, there we go. We can see you.
Wonderful, wonderful. But just there's so many unanswered questions that they must find answers to, that they will only find answers to in Aor. And also, there's much going on in the greater world, and I think perhaps I spent too much time focusing solely on Aor. And so, they also think a lot of people in Aor are focusing solely on Aor. And I'm going to see what I can do to change that.
But how could it be better to do that alone? I thought that we were going to go help Monty as a group, and then we would help you guys as a group, and we'd find out where you were from, and we could figure out all of the problems in the world.
Yes, of course I will be back with group to find out where Viktoria and I are from. However, in matters of court and documents, I'm truly just going back to Aor so that they have access to my library, my regular office. It's not like it's some exciting adventure I'm going on, and it's not really a team-oriented thing. I'm going to do a lot of politics, a lot of paperwork, a lot
But
of...
what if something happens to you?
Well, if something happens to me, then simply you will have to come save me, no?
Yeah, yes.
Just like if something happens to all of you, I will be there in as fast as Leviathan can carry me.
Sister used to come and go from the valley. I didn't know when I would see her again.
I'm very sorry.
And now she's just gone. And I don't know if I'm ever going to see her again.
Yes.
You can't just go too.
I cannot give you promise on when I will be back, but I will give you promise that I will always be back.
We'll see you soon.
I mean, I'm staying until we get to Titan's Grave.
Okay.
It's kind of impossible to get to Aor from here. They really don't like us.
Yeah, I didn't understand the song before. I'm sorry that I didn't know it was mean.
Oh no, I'm honestly glad we heard the song because I was just flaunting the coin and I had no idea how much danger I was putting everybody in. Frankly, it's a very catchy song, and if I'm being honest, I'm going to have a hard time not singing it under my breath when I get home.
It was pretty good, right?
It was a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, only reason I left was because I was like, oh, I've got coin, and now everybody is like, coin, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I better get out of here before.
And I didn't even really understand the whole coin thing, and now I realize, yeah, you and Viktoria have coins, and that's an Aor thing, so, I understand why you have to go. I'm not happy about it, but I
I'm not
understand.
happy either. I already miss you guys.
We'll miss you a lot. Do you need
want
any help?
blueberries in your pancake?
Do you need any help making breakfast?
Of course I do. Look at all these carrots that need to be chopped for carrot cake I am making.
Okay, Yule's gonna, like, grab a stool or a chair from somewhere to, like, stand on while she's cooking. And
we'll
yes,
just
I
make
want
the best.
blueberries in my waffles.
All right,
Or
perfect.
pancakes or whatever we're getting.
If you want waffles, I can make waffles. Same batter, just different shape.
I love waffles.
Yeah, just making some breakfast.
Okay. Does everybody else make their way down for breakfast? I don't know if you're going to have that conversation at breakfast or later.
I was gonna tell the rest of the crew at breakfast.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone comes down for breakfast, Cadence included. He's just like, hi, I'm here still. I kind of just hanging out in the ship.
Cadence.
Ah, it's
Hey,
a
is that
Xanord.
something that I missed? What's happening here?
Cadence is
he
traveling with
he
us.
was there. Yeah, Cadence is coming with you guys. He's the bard
To Titan's
that
Grave.
The one
the-
that Monty shook down.
yeah,
Okay.
because he's also from Titan's Grave, and he also hates Monty's guy, Dieter von Stark.
And we love
So-
Peter
Cadence.
Von Stark. I had forgotten that name. What a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria's late to breakfast
Okay.
because she's rifling through Galina's thing to try and find wax to seal this letter.
You don't have to rifle. I'm very organized. It's very visible.
I'm rifling,
Stop. Stop.
moving everything a quarter inch to the left.
I love how most of Victoria's problems could be solved by just like asking for things.
Mm-hmm.
What a concept.
Asking for things? Nah.
Could never be me.
So yes, she will seal the letter and then use the one side of the new coin that she got to like imprint in the wax, so that
Okay.
Galina thinks she got her coin back,
Mm.
and then she'll leave it on Galina's desk with, you know, Uncle Bliem written on it, and then on the other side, just do not open, Galina. I'm warning you. And then she'll
Yeah.
make her way down for breakfast.
Okay. Everyone comes down for breakfast.
Alright, we've got blueberry waffles. There's a carrot cake. It's currently cooling down before you can put icing on. There are some fruits. There are some vegetables. We also have some honey roasted ham. Is first time ever seeing honey. Pretty excited about that. Also have a couple weeks of sausages. And
By
I almost made bacon, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna make bacon.
by the time Galina is like giving this whole spiel, Yulyanya already has her mouth full of like everything and just like devoured half of a plate of stuff.
Amazing.
Good. Now I'm sure you're all wondering why I called you here today.
For breakfast?
Yes, it was for breakfast mostly, but also because I have an announcement to make to group.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm letting you all know now before we make it to Titan's grave that when we make it to the grave of the Titan, I will be peeling off from group and heading home to Aor for a period of time that is currently unknown. Any questions?
Do you have to?
Do I have to? Yes. There are many things that would just be so much easier for me to deal with the resources from Uncle Bliam's Manor.
You still have access to those resources despite the everything.
Everything meaning Ingwe?
Yes. I don't know. how
Ingwe
much
is
this-
like annoying, chittering little gnat. Cannot touch House of 5-star Chalice. Truly, once Lord Canro is dead, is truly no big. It's tiny fish in very large pond.
Is this true? Is like Galina bluffing or like?
As far as Galina is concerned, this is true. She's not
Okay.
bluffing.
Mhm.
Because Madame Ingwei wasn't a part of the noble house and was in fact just like a right-hand man type person. And it's like without that tie to nobility, your power becomes immediately weakened. And Galina still has that tie to nobility, and so she's got the upper hand in this instance.
Okay.
All right.
Plus,
Well,
I am the one who has the friendly relations with Sverok. So really, I'm coming out on top every single time.
all right. Well, when you get your hands on Ingway, just leave something for me.
Of course, I will do this for you, my dear friend Tedros.
Be safe.
Yeah.
This I will also try very hard to do. Again, as it turns out, my country is at war.
But it turns out that your country is on top at war.
Yeah.
They're kind of
doesn't-
really good at war.
That's less. I mean, it's a.
All I'm saying is it's not like you're heading into a battlefield.
Yes, that is why I'm leaving from Titan's Grave and not from here, because I would have to go through front lines, but from like wrong side, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Though I was considering perhaps just like getting captured here as like War of Prisoner, right? And then just having Aor like pick me up.
I
I don't know if that's a very good idea.
That
Yes,
sounds
but
absurd.
that's not in the spirit of staying safe, so that's not the option we're going with.
Love that.
Yes.
I heard an old folk tale once about being a prisoner of war, and it doesn't sound like a very fun experience.
No, I have to assume not.
Yeah, there's the prisoner part and the war part, and I don't think either of those sound great. So
Also, like, if I can't sleep in a tent very well, how am I going to sleep in a prison? You know?
Yeah.
It just feels like something that I overall shouldn't go seeking.
And what kind of clothes would they put you in?
Who is to say? But I will miss you all very much, and I will be back. I made a promise to the Silver Maw, and I will keep that promise.
We'll miss you.
yeah,
Also, this is the last breakfast I'm going to cook.
Ever?
Actually, it's not true. I might make one more at Titan's Grave. But yeah, at least until I'm back. Uncle Liam has made comments about how I'm not supposed to be in the kitchen, I'm supposed to be in the study.
oh,
Are
I
you
guess
gonna?
it's time to enjoy this breakfast then.
All right. You all enjoy breakfast and then set sail for the north.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like after breakfast, Princess would go and find Galina in her office.
Okay.
Lady Galina, hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh no, of course not. I put away like 7 different spreadsheets. Nothing at all. What's up?
Well, I don't know. This is a small trinket. I've had the jewelry shop. I see shiny things, happen to think of you. It's nothing much, but she kind of hands over the box.
It's beautiful, and it matches all of my other jewelry as well.
It does. I suppose it's a parting gift, but I feel like it'd be unconscionable before you leave to not tell you things that I know that might be a threat going homeward bound. But there is a man that was associated with Lord Kenro, and I'm assuming Madame Ingwe as well. His name is Degan. You probably have never heard that name before, and you probably should not repeat that name to anyone else because you should not know that name. But he's a very powerful man who operates from the shadows. He has a finger in many pies across the globe. One that I know in Evalia up north. I know him because he is the man who raised me. He's not a good man. He's a very dark man, hungry for power, and he seems like he has claws in your country, which is deeply concerning to me. He doesn't conquer in the way that your people do with armies and things like that. He is more in the dark, pulling strings, has access to many he has a bestiary. He likes to collect monsters, and he has a group of people that can control them and unleash them onto people that he does not agree with. Makes it very dangerous, especially when there's not many people that can combat monsters in the way that we do. And it seems like he has an eye on your country, and he has agents there, I'm assuming. So that is just something to be wary of, who you trust, what you tell people.
Understood. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate all of this information. And I'm feeling very confident about everything. You know, the thing about working in the shadows is that it really only works as long as nobody knows that you're in the shadows.
Yes, that is true. So I'm sure he has safeguards up for if anyone tries to drag him out, which is kind of why he's managed to stay hidden. Kind of like if you speak, terrible things will happen. It's why I haven't necessarily gone out and rang the bell. He has many people I care about in the balance.
All right, well, I will make sure to be extra diligent.
Yes. That's all. Just to stay safe. I don't want you to make an enemy of him.
It sounds truly like he is much bigger fish, I feel like I will probably pass under his radar.
He likes to collect special people.
All right, immediately what I said is out the window already.
Yes. Yes. So I guess yes, he likes to have powerful special people under his thumb. It's kind of why I fell into his good graces.
Yeah.
And I only escaped because he thinks I'm dead. At least I think he thinks I'm dead. I'm hoping he thinks I'm dead.
It sounds like a lot, but yeah.
Oh yes, it's quite a lot.
Oh, I'll parting gift for you as well. Galina has it's like clearly like a necklace pendant, but it's been kind of like drilled through her horn.
Mm-hmm.
And so she takes it out, and it's the same color as both her eyes and the color Leviathan takes when he's out of the tattoo and surrounding somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a nice little pendant. What are you?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I don't have necklace to give with it, but if you ever come across a nice necklace, then
I already got you covered. She kind of pulls the gold chain out, and it has a ring on it. I don't think you probably would not have seen this ring before. But it's like a thick gold ring, very expensive. Looks more expensive than anything that Princess wears, other than the other necklace on her neck. It's like has like a green gem in it, and then emblazed on the green gem is a golden dragon. Looks like a crest. Yeah. Then she like takes that and puts the pendant on the necklace alongside the ring.
Oh, they look so beautiful together.
Thank you for thinking so, and thank you for this. But I'll leave you to it. You're not being busy. And she like gives a wink, and exits out the door. And
I think when Princess turned around, she's gonna just like wrap her up in a hug, like a really quick one, like it's just like a big squeeze, and then backs off. And by the time Princess is like turned around, she's already sat back down, is like back in her spreadsheets. Can you close the door when you're gone? Thank you.
You've got it. And she does that. Does a little bow before she closes the door.
All right. Do you set sail for Titan's Grave then with everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You set sail onto the sea for Titan's Grave, and you head in that direction. You start sailing out onto the water. Montblanc heading home for the first time in quite a while. You eventually enter into Titan's Grave waters. And as you do, you can see just at a distance, it's still a sea, so it's pretty large, but you can see naval traffic increases significantly as you get within this region. You can see a lot of boats at a distance and everything moving to and fro, moving back and forth, a variety of sizes, shapes, sizes, capabilities, reasons for being there. But you do see one, it's a lower sailboat, like a single mast sailboat, like pretty small. Looks like the kind of thing that makes like day trips, probably between the islands that were described to you by the jeweler. As it's passing by passing in your direction, it raises a friendly flag in your direction and kind of like starts to make its way. It's coming at you from your left, or like it's in front of you and like moving like left to right in front of your path, but kind of like starts steering a little bit in your direction. And like, yeah, raises a friendly flag of just like a basically like it basically hails you is what it comes down to. Do you?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know boats. I don't know what we're supposed
Monty's
to do in
the
this
only one who
situation.
knows anything
Right.
about
Monty
Just,
Monty
like,
is
on the deck, just like waving.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
If you start waving, it'll come over and just you can see just like a guy in a newsboy hat, and you can see just like stacks and stacks and stacks of papers in twine wrapped bundles in the boat. And just hi there. Not a very big crew, but that's fine.
Hi.
Are you a
Hello.
Titan's Grave vessel?
No, we're a Sveruk vessel.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I hailed you down because I thought you might be customers.
We could be. What you selling?
Well, I'm bringing pamphlets of Lord Highbellow's newsletter to the other islands.
Oh, that sounds lovely. What are coming to visit? I would love newsletter.
All right. Well, no better place to get the comings and goings of high society than Lord Highbellows. That'll be just 2 copper pieces for a pamphlet.
All right, here you go.
Right, yeah, you can like he comes over to the sails up to the boat, and you can like hand the coppers down. He'll just hand you like just the one.
Yeah, did the other ones have different information?
No, I just didn't know if multiple people on your crew wanted it.
No, we're fine, thank you.
All right, okay. Well, enjoy. You can see a little bit of disappointment at like getting a single sail out of this.
I'm gonna
Princess will
flick a
feel
gold
bad
to
and like
tip.
give him 2 copper. I'm like, just hand me one over. It's like this does not seem like a lucrative business whatsoever.
Well, you can see he's got like huge bundles in there. He probably like drops them off at ports and like sells them to vendors and stuff, but like occasionally we'll drop, like if he sees a big ship, it'll be like, oh, there's probably like 30 people on there who will buy some. Nope.
The Titan's Grave version of Lady Whistledown or something.
Maybe. No, this is Lord Highbellow, not Whistledown.
Lord Highbellow, okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Princess will get one too.
Okay. Is this all right? As he leaves, do you read it?
Mhm.
All right, this is where we'll be ending the session. We'll start off next week as you arrive at whatever port you're going. I don't know what port you're going to because I haven't heard from Justin, so I'll leave it nebulous as to which port you're landing at. But I'll leave you with this for the end of the week as you read Lord Highbellow's newsletter of what is going on with the rich and powerful people of Titansgrave. And if anyone knows how to clip, I would. This is. If anyone knows how to make clips on Twitch,
I can do it later.
Banned from
Okay,
making
cool.
clips on Twitch.
you are. I remember that. That's right. You made too many from.
Oh no!
Not us losing Sam at the very end. You're
Like,
doing
right-
so well.
Right when we
Ah.
need
Flip
him.
That's what.
This is
What?
the clip.
No,
This
no,
is
I'm
the
still
clip.
here. What? No.
Okay, we hear you
No.
now.
What the-
Am I back? Okay, that was terrible. All right, am I stable? Am I good? Well,
Yeah.
is my internet stable? Me is a different question, but okay. Ahem. As you read the pamphlet, it says, and I'll post this in the Discord as well. If you need this newsletter to tell you what the talk of the town is this season, dear reader, then this author questions whether you might be living under a rock. It is, of course, Lord and Captain Dieter von Stark and his recent announcement that he is seeking betrothal. This news, of course, arrived along with the announcement of an extended shore leave for the full crew of the Orchid, as Lord von Stark searches for his new partner. The most shocking turn of events, though, was the announcement from the Court of Salt that the Orchid would be docked at Clawborn Manor for the duration of Lord von Stark's courtship. And no doubt is a reminder to all that attend his parties of the noble status of the von Stark name that was granted to the Lord after he was made captain. And speaking of parties, Lord von Stark has announced a season's worth of them at his manor to entertain the nobility of Titansgrave so that he can peruse and court the eligible partners the Isles have to offer. Chefs and decorators have been sailed out to Clawborn Manor like a miniature army, and performers from far and wide have been brought in to keep the guests entertained as we watch the greatest show unfold, the first courtship and hopefully marriage of the von Stark lineage. Truly, the island of Clawborn Manor is the place to be this season. Of course, my dear reader, I have one more morsel for you, because who would I be without a juicy bit of gossip to leave you with before I end this installment of my newsletter? I have it on good authority that Lord von Stark has made several visits to Mumbleton Manor in recent months, and more than often covertly. So it does beg the question, to this author at least, whether this season of courtship spells trouble in some hidden paradise, or whether the newest member of the von Stark household will need to tolerate sharing their new husband with another. As always, dear reader, I do my best to keep you all informed and appraised of the goings-on of the Isles. Until next time, yours, Lord Highbellow.
So, who's gonna take one for the team and romance him?
Listen, as soon as that's happened, I was like, I'm in. Sign me for
Yeah,
me.
literally immediately I was like, maybe I'm not going on hiatus.
Listen, this is like High Fantasy People
Oh
magazine.
my goodness. Imagine if we all try to court him at the same
Hey,
time.
it was mentioned. Sharing is
Oh
caring.
my gosh. I
So,
am obsessed.
that's what you all read. I'll put that in the Discord as well. So yeah, and that's where we're gonna end the session. So we'll see you all most of you next week. Yeah, sorry, there is a political intrigue plot here, along with the courtship of von Stark that you're gonna be missing. But I will make sure there's plenty of political intrigue for you in the rest of the campaign as well.
I'm psyched.
So thank you for joining us, everybody, and we will see you all back, most of you back here next week.
Bye-bye.